In today's video, we're going to be talking about money, and more specifically, I'm going to be sharing 6 financial tips for freelancers that are going to help you save more money, make more money, and invest in your future. So the first bit of advice that I would give you is make sure that you have at least 6 months of reserves saved up. Now, this is something that I have really been grateful for. As most of you know, I went through chemotherapy over the past 7 months, and I was unable to work. And having those reserves set aside was a lifesaver, okay? Because if you have reserves saved up, a bad month isn't going to kill you, right? You've got that safety net that's going to help you not play scared. It's going to take all of the risk out of everything that you're doing because you know you've got that safety net to fall back on. So if you're a freelancer, start setting money aside every single month to build up those reserves. I promise you that it's going to make your life much, much easier, and it's going to take away the stress of freelancing. The second tip that I would give you is keep your personal finances and your business finances separate. Now, there are a number of reasons why this is really important. Number one, it's going to make your taxes much easier because you're going to keep those finances separate, and it's going to be much easier to track what's coming in and what's going out. Now, beyond that, there are other benefits to separating your finances. Number one is it's going to keep your spending in check. Now, when I first started my freelance business, I was just spending whatever money I got, and I wasn't really tracking, what was coming into the business and what was I paying myself and how much was going out every month. And it got really, really difficult to track. And for that reason, it was really hard to stick to a budget. So by separating the finances and then paying yourself an allotted amount from the business every month, you're going to be able to keep those separate. Now, another thing that I have realized by separating my finances is it makes spending your business finances much, much easier. Now, you're going to have times where you have to invest in people or in software or whatever it might be, advertising for your business. And if it feels like you're spending your personal money, it's really going to bite when you have to do it. So keep those finances separate so you know that this is the money, this is the business's money, and this is the money that I need to be investing back into the business after I pay myself, of course. So the third bit of advice that I would give you is don't be too tight with your money. Now, this is something that oftentimes I see in other freelancers is we work so hard for our money that once we get it, we kind of guard it, and we're so worried to invest back in our business that we start to play scared. And by doing this, it's going to be really difficult to grow your business. So what I would encourage you to do is don't be afraid to pursue ideas that might cost money. Don't be afraid to invest in education and courses and coaching. And most importantly, don't be afraid to invest in people and hiring a team, because you're going to be able to buy your time back if you're willing to invest that money. So don't play scared with your money. Don't be too tight with your money, but be really smart with where you're investing that business money. The fourth bit of advice that I would give you is get paid up front for all of your projects. Now, for several reasons, this is going to be really critical to your success. Number one, this is going to put more pressure on your clients to cooperate and wrap up projects in a timely manner. When you don't charge anything up front, there is nothing that is pushing your clients to progress the project, right? Because they have no risk in it at all. So the risk on every project should be about 50-50 between you and your client. So by requiring them to pay 50% up front and then 50% at the end, or even 25% in the middle and then 25% at the end, this is going to put a lot more pressure on them to cooperate. Now, outside of this, as you grow and scale your business, you're going to have team members, and you're going to need to pay those team members, and you don't want to pay them out of your own pocket or out of past projects' finances, right? So by requesting 50% upfront from your clients, you're going to have money to allot to your team members, to yourself and your time, to any software or resources that you might need for the project. So always require 50% upfront. My fifth bit of advice is don't let clients bully you because of your lack of money or finances. This is something that I really struggled with when I first started my business. Is I was so tight on money that I would say yes to any project, even if I knew the client was going to be difficult or was outside my expertise, or I knew it was just going to be a miserable project altogether. I said yes anyways because I just needed the money. And looking back on it now, all that did was make things more difficult for me. It used up way too much of my time. And because of that, I was unable to find other better clients that were willing to pay me more. So remember, you don't want to be desperate because of your financial situation. You always want to make the best decisions for your business that are going to help you long term. Now, aside from this, one thing that I've learned is you never want to let losing a good potential client devastate you. This has happened to me so many times where I get super excited and I even tell my wife, hey, we've got this super good client, and I was on the phone with them and they said they're good to go, that they're going to pay tomorrow. And I got my hopes up so high, and then when they didn't sign or they ghosted me or they disappeared, I was devastated because I knew that we needed that money, we needed that project, and it would get me down for like weeks at a time. And so don't let your lack of finances put too much pressure on every sales call, every potential client. You've got to look forward to the next one and not get down. And my sixth and final piece of financial advice for freelancers is invest your money wisely. The worst thing that you can do is let too much money just sit in your savings account, or even worse, go burn it on insignificant purchases, right? What you need to do is you need to look for meaningful ways to invest your money after you've set aside your reserves, of course. You want to find good ways to invest your money that are going to benefit you long term. And I, of course, am not a financial expert when it comes to investing, but just so you know some of the things that I invest my money in, I put the majority of my money into the S&P 500. If you follow my Instagram accounts, you probably have seen that I also purchased a fourplex this year as an investment property. And then aside from that, I even like to play around in Robinhood with cryptocurrencies and different things like that. But overall, investing your money and being in it for the long term is going to be much, much more profitable than just letting your money sit in your savings account. So again, you can do your own research on the best places to invest your money, but I have found that very, very profitable and very motivating and fulfilling to know that my money is starting to work for me. So that's all the financial advice that I have for you freelancers today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to smash that like button and also subscribe to my channel, as I've got new videos coming out every week. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.